today I actually have another special guest like every Thursday, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Her name is Caro, and Caro is a child specialist from New York City that came to Dallas in 2020. She lost her baby boy at 38 weeks pregnant, had a rainbow baby. She was born with heart problems and died in front of her and was able to be brought up after 45 minutes of CPR. She then opened her business with her husband and eldest daughter, and they've been established here in Texas since 2020. So, round of applause for Caro.
Yes, it's a sad story, but not so sad because look where we're at, right?
Yeah.
So it's perfect. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yes.
So, what would you like to tell the audience?
Yeah, so I mean, you pretty much hit everything from 2020 on. I am from New York. I'm actually from Puebla, Mexico, but I was raised in New York. I am a child specialist, so I've been working with kids and family. I worked for Columbia University for 15 years in New York, so I was pretty much doing that. And then New York kind of became a bubble for us, for my family, and we moved to the Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow,
we lived,
really?
Yep, we lived in Punta Cana for 2 years. I was working for Punta Cana International School, and we lived there. It's paradise. I mean, it was beach, and I could do homework and I could work, and it was like 3 minutes away from us, and I could be in the beach every day. And that's, I mean, I love the beach.
So peaceful.
Yes, so peaceful, and it was amazing. We met like wonderful people, and then we went to Puebla. So we lived in Puebla, and I was working in a foundation for street children. I became the director, and that's when I got pregnant with our son. And yes, you just mentioned that at 38 weeks I lost him, but he's actually the reason why we came to Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were in Puebla, and it was pandemic 2020. Everything was closed.
Oh,
We were
wow.
kind of thinking, hey, either we're gonna stay in Mexico and work. Kids were already sent to, like they were doing virtual from school. I was working virtually as well. So that's when the whole strict, like everything
The
changed,
COVID,
right?
yeah.
Yes, for COVID, everything changed. So we were thinking either we go back to New York and give birth there, or what's gonna happen. And my husband was actually called by one of his friends from Texas, and they were like, hey, well, we have hail. And we're like, what's hail? Like we haven't really heard about hail in DR Puebla. Like we really don't hear
Yeah.
about it. So it just turned out that he actually got a job doing hail repair.
Oh, nice.
So that's how we learned the business. We became adjusters. We moved to Texas. He came first. He got an apartment, and then we kind of moved. He moved the family here, and unfortunately, by 38 weeks, we lost our son
Here in Texas?
here in Texas. And it was really hard, but he was actually the reason that pushed us into becoming better, because I feel like it the loss and the grief helped us to become better parents for other kids,
Right.
and also to grow as individuals managing
Right.
with the pain, because it was very painful.
Yeah,
right?
I
So
can
it's
only imagine.
Yes. So that pain kind of became the force for us to say, hey, what are we going to do? We're in Texas. We love Texas. We found an opportunity, and we opened up our own repair shop. So we do hail repair and collision. And we started in 2020. We started with the name of Emplex Corp, and then we rebranded. We just expanded to a bigger facility.
Oh,
And
nice.
yes, we actually took our eldest, who's 23 years old, and she just graduated from UTA.
Oh,
So we brought her in, and we rebranded, because she did marketing and business management. So we rebranded, and now we are DFW Hail Response.
nice.
And one of the things that really makes us different is that we are a family business. So we really take care of the people and our customers. We kind of have like always like a one-on-one. It's either me, I pick up the phone, or my husband picks up the phone, or my daughter picks up the phone.
Right.
But we're always like kind of one-on-one with the customer.
That's good.
And it's such a good family business, and we're so family oriented that every year the customers keep coming back.
As they should.
Yes, so we're
Yes.
very blessed because we, I mean, that's what kind of keeps our family going, right?
Right.
So it's been a blessing, and we're just little by little making it work. I'm working on my dealership's license. So, I'm looking for a sponsor if anybody wants to do it and invest in me. But yeah, because it's really all about, I feel like it's about first family. God is great. God has been a great force. I just saw that you posted something about God
Yeah, I
and
went
how
to
you were brought.
church.
Yes, I saw the church and I saw
Yeah.
how beautiful it was. And believe me, I was far away from God.
Yeah.
And God is something that actually helped me with grief and helped us move forward with our life. And God is great.
No, yeah, that part.
Yes,
God is great.
God is amazing.
That's a story right there.
Yes. It's in 2 minutes, in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's a
yes.
story right there.
Yes.
I do have a few questions for you.
Yes.
So you experienced the heartbreaking loss of your baby at 38 weeks, correct? What
Yes.
was that season of your life like?
It was really hard. And I'm going to be brutally honest because I was in the peak of my career. We had moved from New York to the Dominican Republic to Puebla, and I never thought I was going to have the opportunity to be successful in my own country.
Right.
Just because I had not been back in Puebla since I was like 5 years old, right?
Yeah.
So when I go back and I get to see this beautiful foundation and I get to have work, it was the peak of my career, and I really was not expecting to get pregnant again. We already had at that time she was 17, and our middle child now, she was 8. And
Already big.
yes, so I wasn't really expecting to get pregnant. So it was a shock at first. It was very shocking just because I didn't want to have any more babies. So I was kind of very rejecting of my child, to be honest. I kind of didn't want to get pregnant. I didn't want to be pregnant. I was working in Mexico, and I was growing my belly, and I didn't even know how to tell my boss. And I was like, oh my goodness, they're going to fire me. And this is my dream. I've been working, like I want to work and it was just a shock.
Yeah.
And then losing him kind of made me feel so guilty about my feelings. And, I kind of thought, this is why I talk about God, because I feel like with him, I kind of prayed and I said, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to not want you. It wasn't like that. I loved my son.
Right.
But it was just like a shock to me. And
Like
then
you wasn't
losing
prepared.
him, it was one of the lowest points of my life. It was very hard to deal with, first COVID, because everything was, we
Yeah.
couldn't really be with each other.
Right.
My husband couldn't be in the hospital, like the family couldn't be in the hospital
yeah.
together. Seeing my child being born and having the opportunity to hold him, and
Also, like you gave birth?
yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's even
Yes.
harder.
Yeah, and it was hard because when you're giving birth and you have a live child,
Right.
they're helping you with your body and like pushing them out. But with him, because there was no movement, I mean, I really couldn't let go. And there was a point with my husband and my mom was like, please, you need to let go. He's already with God. Just give birth, because if not, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was more like guilt. It was a very guilty conscious conscience, and I felt like God had taken something away from me, and I was very upset.
Yeah.
I was very upset, but at the same time, I feel like through the grief, it kind of brought my husband and I closer together, because we had to deal with so much pain.
Right.
And you kind of have to lean with each other. And as a family, like my daughters, I had to lean a little bit with them,
Right.
because they had also lost their brother. So it wasn't only me as a mom, it was my
the whole
husband
family.
that I really should rely on, but he also was going through grief. Our kids that were young that didn't know how to be grieving, because they're so young.
Right.
And they can say, hey, I'm upset because I lost my brother,
Yeah.
So it was a very low period of my life, but it really made us stronger. And he gave me like all this kind of like, just in my mind, he just gave me the strength to move forward, and kind of said, like, I kind of just said, there's a reason why you're not with me. I know you're watching from above.
Right.
I know he's always with me. I know that for a
Yeah.
fact.
Like your
Like,
little
I
angel.
know, yes, I know that he's with me. I know that I know that he's somewhere up and above taking care of us, and I know that he's around. I know that.
Yeah. And that's the next question I was about to ask you. How did you find the strength to keep moving forward after the loss?
Inner strength, for sure. God,
Prayers.
prayers,
Yeah.
family. And like I said, I really do feel that it was with my husband as my rock. It's so unfair because, as a man, it's like, oh my gosh, you have to like put your whole, like, your grief on hold and kind of take care of your wife. But I feel like we kind of did it like,
Mixed it
yes,
together.
and we kind of did it with each other. And he was my support, and I was his support. And it wasn't like on an unselfish base.
Yeah.
It was like he was
Aw.
taking care of me, but I was also there
Taking
for
care.
him, knowing what we had just gone through. So it was that. It was just the strength with each other.
Aw.
And God.
Yeah, for sure.
God,
No,
God,
for sure,
God
for
is
sure.
great.
What do you wish people understood about grieving the loss of a baby?
It takes time. It's a lot of guilt, like I say, because unfortunately, with our culture, and we kind of blame ourselves. It's either
Right.
something that I did, maybe something that I had, which at the end of the day, yeah, it was. I mean, we found out that it was something that my liver couldn't process,
Oh,
and I
really?
had no idea. And like, I was very itchy. And when you're pregnant, you get itchy everywhere. Like, your belly is itchy.
Yeah.
Like, like extending. So I thought it was normal. So I never really told my doctor. And after that happened, I told my doctor, and I said, I was having like this like itchiness in my body. Do you think that has something to do with it? And he goes, let me just test for blood work. And that's how I was able to find out that it was because my
Liver.
body had rejected something with the liver.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
And ultimately, it was more like he was poisoned in my belly. So imagine hearing that. I felt so guilty,
Yeah.
and I felt like I couldn't navigate the guilt of it. But then,
Well, I don't think it's your fault.
right? But
it's not.
culturally
But,
speaking,
yeah.
and just like women, we kind of take to tend
The
the,
blame.
fault.
Right.
Yes, and
Yeah,
we're like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, it must have been something that I did, or some kids, like, when they're autistic, you're like, oh, it's my fault because I must have done something when I was pregnant, but they don't really understand, like, something neurological,
Right.
So it was a lot of guilt, but I understood that it wasn't my fault,
Right,
and I pray a lot. I pray, and I talk to him a lot,
Yeah.
and I ask for forgiveness
Oh.
all the time.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm sure he forgave you. I mean,
Yes.
it's not your fault. I don't think
Right,
it's your
right.
fault. So.
No, it's not. Now I'm learning. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's not.
No, it's not.
So later on, you welcome your rainbow baby. What emotions do you experience during that pregnancy?
That was a very hard pregnancy. One, because it was a surprise, right? I mean, I had
Another
just lost our
surprise.
baby. It was another surprise. But then I was so welcome to it because I was like, wow, this is a rainbow baby. It's great. We told no one. None of my family knew. We kept it so secretive. So in itself, just being pregnant in secret from my family was really hard.
Why?
Because everybody was in New York.
Oh,
No one
okay.
is no one is in here in Texas. But keeping the belly from everyone.
Yeah.
And like my appointments, and like letting them know, hey, our baby's gonna be born, and being excited about it. We were excited with each other, like our daughters and my husband, and we had opened the business, so we were kind of like dealing with that. Like, we would just open the business, and I'm pregnant, and it's great, and just navigating. It was very selfishly navigated. I didn't tell anyone. I was just so scared that the same thing was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to share it, and I didn't. Up until she was born.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, she
was
was
everybody
born.
surprised?
Yes, everyone is like, they got upset. They were
Yeah.
so upset, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, why didn't you say?" But I was like, "You have to understand where I'm coming from." Like,
Right.
I was just in shock. Thank you. Gracias. But I feel like with our rainbow baby, it was just she was just a blessing. She's like a little blessing
Yeah.
in
Oh.
disguise, because she was also born with some issues. And it was really hard. It was very hard to understand why is this happening to her,
Mm-hmm.
because we were so successful in everything else, and
Right.
then to see your child be sick, it's like a shock.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine. So your daughter was born with heart problems and experienced a life-threatening emergency shortly after birth, right?
Yes. Hmm.
How did that moment change you as a mother and as a person? Because you already experienced something really bad, so now it's like I can't even sit here and be like I understand because I don't understand, but I can
Right.
only imagine like wait, hold on, what's going on? Not again.
Right. Right.
So how did that change you as a person or
Oh my
like
gosh.
as a mother?
As a mom, I'm a little psycho now. I am actually what they call, like, I don't know what is it that they call when you're like hovering over your child so much,
Overprotective?
overprotective with her, because
Uh-huh.
we already have a 23-year-old and a 15-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
so they're already in. One
They're
is an
adults.
adult, she graduated, she's great. Our 15-year-old, she's also doing great, and she's in school, they could take care of themselves to a certain extent. But with the baby, just one, her heart disease is very hard to navigate, because it was something that's shocking. Like,
Yeah.
nobody, no one in my family had heart disease except for my dad, but not it wasn't kind of like it was kind of he wasn't born with it, whereas she was born with it.
Yeah.
And once I learned what was going on, and dealing with everything medical was so hard, but it kind of also helped me learn a lot about her, right? Like what she
Mm-hmm.
was going to go through.
Right.
So when she finally had open heart surgery, we had opened up our business and it was going great. And
Mm-hmm.
then she has this scheduled open heart surgery, and it turns out that she doesn't have coronary arteries, and nobody knew, and she dies on the table.
In front of you?
Yes.
Oh my
She was
god.
about to get closed up the next day, and she dies in front of me. And that's when I lost it, and
Yeah.
I fainted.
And it
And
was right after birth?
no,
No?
she had gotten surgery at 9 months, which was just like a simple balloon, like a stent that went through her veins to open up
Mm-hmm.
one of her veins. She did great with that. And then at 2 years old, that's when they decide to do the open heart surgery. And that's when she dies.
What?
And she dies right in front of me.
Uh-huh.
And I see her flat line, and then I just see a doctor that I cannot recall her name, but when I see her, I hug her all the time.
Oh. She still has the
Um,
same doctor?
yes, same
Oh.
doctor, same cardiologist, same hospital,
Mm-hmm.
children's in Dallas that were great. And just seeing her die and someone be on top of her trying to come, like, make her come back, that was so hard to see and to deal with. And I
Yeah.
feel like right now people don't understand the pain that you deal with. I was by myself. I was in
Mm-hmm.
the hospital alone. My husband had just gone home to go to sleep. Our kids were home to go to school the next day. So I was dealing it with myself, right?
Yeah, and it hits
So
different whenever you're by
yes,
yourself.
yes, when
Yeah.
you're by yourself, and it just hits so different. And we also had a business, so dealing with the business, running the business, me
Mm-hmm.
being there with our child, and not knowing what's gonna happen, getting the strength to deal with our 15-year-old and to deal
Mm-hmm.
with our 23-year-old, and dealing with things from home, from the business, from the hospital, things
Mm-hmm.
that you need.
Right.
I wouldn't leave the hospital at all. So I was in the hospital for 3 months straight without
Three
going home.
months? Oh my
Yes, yes.
god.
And kind of feeling judged because everybody's telling you have to take care of yourself, and you're not gonna take care of yourself. You're not gonna be able to take care of her. But I was like, there's no way I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And please, and I threw a lot of responsibility on my eldest, because she
Mm-hmm.
had to take care of the middle one,
Right.
and kind of like drive her everywhere, take her to practice, take her to band, take her to this,
Mhm.
the business. The business took a
Yeah.
loss, a very heavy loss. And we have so many people that worked for us for free at the time, because we were struggling so bad. Like, how could you be in the hospital, but then how could you be working, and how could you be dealing with the
Right.
shop? So we had family friends that were wonderful, helping us with maintaining the business.
At least you guys had support. That's one of the
Yes,
biggest things.
yes,
Because imagine if y'all
yes.
didn't. It's like God put those people in y'all's lives.
Yes, and God, like I said, God was great, and those people were great, and yeah, our business took a huge toll. But I was in the mind of like, you know what? I really don't care about the business. I don't care about anything but my child.
Right.
And unfortunately, she did come out not being able to walk, talk, eat.
Oh my God.
So she had strokes. She had severe strokes, and however, she is so live. She was able to succeed with all her therapies, which she still
Aw.
takes. She's able to eat. She's able to talk. She's able to cook with me. I post her on Instagram all the time, and like she is a little. She's so alive.
Yeah, full of
She is
life.
full of life, and I know that there's a reason why God kept her here.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a reason that she is with us now
Right.
and part of our
Aw.
family. So I know she's gonna be big
Yeah.
somehow,
Yes.
like
No, she
somewhere
is.
down the
She
road.
is.
Maybe she's
Yeah.
gonna be a doctor and save lives. Who knows?
You never know.
You never know.
Aw.
So yeah, she's a little motivation, and it changed me in the way that I see life.
Right.
I don't care about materialistic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care about anything but spending quality time with all of our kids,
Yeah.
and kind of be present with them,
Right.
because we lack that.
Right.
We're always on the cell phone, or you're always like on, or you're always out and about but not being present.
Yeah. You know what's crazy now that you mentioned that? I don't know what's been going on this past weeks with me. But lately I mean I was going through a phase for like 6 months straight. And recently it's like God did call my name. And I'm like, I'm gonna start going to church. Let's see. But even though I will go to church, I will still be out and about in places that I had no business.
I read.
Yes.
I saw that.
And I'm like, why am I back in places that I already outgrew? And this past weeks, I don't know. I just been wanting to be with my parents, with my sisters, with my kids. Like, I just want to be home with them. And I'm like, one day we're here and the next day we ain't. Last night, for the first time, I prayed with my kids. And my son goes, Mom, you're being weird. He's like, you never do that with us.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, well, now I'm gonna start to.
Yes.
And you know, like, I was very materialistic. I mean, you can say I still am a little bit, but lately I just haven't been caring like about the designer, about the money, about nothing. And I'm like, all that I already had that, lost it, got it back. Lost it again, get it back, and I'm like, but my family, my kids are growing, my kids are getting so like big, and then I feel like I need to be more part of their lives.
Yes.
So whenever you say materialistic stuff, I agree on that. I mean, yes, I like nice stuff, but I'm not all about like how once upon a time I was.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, and like, I don't mean it like in a negative connotation, because I feel like, I mean, as women, you want to have pretty things, right?
Yeah.
And like, of course, I mean, it's great to have like maybe like a designer bag or something. And if you could get it, great. But I mean more like, it's not about paying attention to that anymore. Like, you could invest your money somewhere else that's actually going to give you more. Right?
Yes.
Or investing in your children, that's actually, they're going to be more successful. They're going to appreciate it more.
No, I agree. You know how much money I've done wasted on things, places, situations that had no business even me doing that. And I'm just like, wow, why did I do that to myself?
And I'm so glad that you mentioned, because you were saying, you prayed with your son, and that's something new. Or that, you kind of felt like a calling to God in a way.
Yeah.
And like, believe me, I'm not by all means, like, I am very spiritual. Okay. And I believe in God, and I believe everybody has their own spiritual and belief. I don't push anybody's God, because I believe there's different gods that we worship, right? But I feel like when you say there was like a calling in this week, kind of just being there it's something that it's new to the world.
Yeah.
It's something that, it's not even shocking. Like, it's the way that it's supposed to be. And I'm not saying like you have to pray every day, but it's showing also your children that, hey, there is someone out there that's going to
Right.
hear
There's a
me
higher
out.
power.
Yes.
Yes.
And a higher power that they might believe in, and that they will pray if something is wrong.
Like, don't get me wrong. Before that, I was into. I still am into spirituality, as lighting up candles, putting my energy to the universe, crystals, all of that.
I remember that you had that in your shop. Yes,
I still do.
Yes.
But now it's like I feel like this phase is gonna be with God included. Now,
Yes.
I have noticed, and I respect everybody's beliefs and everything, but this is why I would never go to church, because I'll be confused. But right now, I just truly believe God is talking to me. I have noticed, like, people say that Jesus is God, right? To me, I thought Jesus was the Son of God.
Right.
So
Right.
I still get confused because they're praising Jesus. So I'm like, but
Right.
but so to me, my God is the higher power.
Right.
The Lord, the higher power,
Right.
and that's who I'm praying to. Even when I light up my candles, that's where my prayer goes to, the higher power.
Right. But it's so good that you also mentioned, because there's nothing wrong with candles and crystals.
Yeah, I don't.
I believe in that.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in crystals. I believe in candles. I believe in incense. I believe in cleansing your, staging your space and energy. I believe in that.
And I do know that some people think that's witchcraft, but to me, that's what changed me.
Right.
And I'm gonna keep continuing doing that, even though I am going to church. Because when I went to church, when was it, Tuesday? The pastor spoke to me. Like, I cried so much, and he said things. He don't even know me. I don't even know him.
Right.
He said things that, how would you know this? The girl that invited me, we used to work at the club together. So sweet. And she got out, and I'm so proud of her, because she said, I wanted to be a she was a dancer, an exotic dancer, and she was like, I wanted to be a bartender. And she was like, but the Lord was like, no, you cannot be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Either you're all the way with me, or you're all the way out. This girl I'm talking about, she used to make a lot of money. She was one of the best dancers, making a lot of money in at the club. And she said she sold everything, her cars, her jewelry, everything that had to be within that life. She sold it. That's a really true change, because there's so many people out here that they claim that they give themselves to God, pero son como hipócritas.
Sí.
Mucha gente. And how are you saying you're all about the Lord and everything, but behind the scenes you're still doing things that you're claiming you're not doing on social media? You're still in those places that the Lord took you out. And that girl, man, I'm so proud of her. Her name is Jessica. So proud of her.
Give it a shout out to Jessica.
Shout out to Jessica.
That's so good.
She's
the one that invited you.
Invited me. And her and I, we were never really actually close at the club. And then she invited me. I went, and I remember on Tuesday, I had a client, and the clients rescheduled me, and I was like, you know what, I can go. So it was meant to be.
That's so good. And you see, you're like one step closer to whatever your call may be. Like, it doesn't even have to be that you have to go every weekend, because I feel like also people are like, oh, like, and I feel like when you're spiritual and you're holy in your own way, you portray and you kind of project this energy of like, you're not going to judge people. You're going to go about your day as you want to. And you're growing in a sense of, hey, I am here with my own feelings and thoughts and beliefs, and I respect yours.
Right.
I think that's God.
Yeah.
Like, that's what God is about. Like,
I don't know, but that's like the Lord spoke to me, and it's just making me get closer to God. But don't get me wrong, I'm still going to keep doing, like, my cleansings and everything, because I still believe in that as well.
As you should.
Yeah. And it's like, God is amazing, and I feel like a new beginning is entering my life. I once, and I'm not like gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm not going out anymore, and then fall for it again. No, I'm exactly who I claim to be on social media. I'm like that in person too. Whenever I say I'm gonna stop drinking, I stop. Whenever I start drinking, then I start drinking. Whenever I say I'm done going out, I really am. But recently, like I mentioned, 6 months straight of partying was, well, what am I doing?
Brutal.
What am I doing?
Right.
It got to the point I was going out every day, and I'm like, okay, this ain't even me anymore. I already been there, done that. What am I doing? And I told myself, you know what? I need to calm down. And then I guess,
That's growth.
yeah, growth. And I feel like God was like, okay, I see that she wants to change. She wants change. So we're going to give her change.
Right.
And I truly believe like, he was like, we already took you out of those places back in 2023. I'm not
Right.
going, and I just gave you
Right.
your little space
Right.
again, you know, to
Right.
your little face and everything. I'm not going to allow you to continue doing that. And around those months, the 6 months, I was hurt. I was very hurt emotionally, and I felt like my healing, I thought my healing, which I already knew that wasn't going to heal me, but I was like, let me try something new. Was going out, drinking,
Right.
spending money,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
And Tuesday when I went to church, the pastor said something. I'm telling you, God was speaking to me. He said, a lot of us, we try to find healing on our own. And he's like, and if
Absolutely.
anything, we get lost more.
Absolutely.
And I was like, oh my God, that's so true. And he's like, when the real healing begins when you give yourself to God,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
whether it's God or whatever they believe
Yep.
in,
Absolutely.
healing begins within yourself, doing better for yourself, changing yourself, not going out to places that you don't have no business
Right.
in.
Right.
So I was like, wow.
Right. And you grow.
Yeah.
I mean, you just explained it yourself. Like, you feel different, and you know that it's not that you were doing something wrong. Because, you know, like, I mean, I guess when we're young, right, you party all day, every day. But I feel like you get to a certain extent of growth, inner growth, spiritual growth, you know, all
Yes.
kinds of growth where, wow, maybe God it is speaking to me. And I have to, you know, I recently just met this guy that actually in our shop that he came to do some work for the gate. And he goes, I'm so sorry. I just have to tell you because I have to talk about God. And I said, great,
Right.
talk to me. And then he just said, wow, you know, you're the very first person that I could actually, I don't even know why I opened up to you, but I'm just talking about God. And I said, go ahead. You know, I'm
Right.
open to God. I mean, I'm not, you know, I don't have a cross on, you know, like in my shop, but, or even at
But-
home.
Yeah.
But God is with me.
Right.
And I feel God in my heart, and I feel God through my child, and I feel
Yeah.
God through my business, and I feel God through people that I meet. So it doesn't necessarily mean that, wow, it's like a change of your life completely, but it's something that you're doing within yourself in order to change little by little.
Yes.
Right. And get God to come in.
Yes. And you know what's crazy? I thought I had the picture, but I'll show it to you when I get home and I'll send it to you. So I have some roses, right? They were already dead. It's been like a month or so. This is the second time actually that it happens. Well, one of my roses, only one of them se quedó. Girl, it's already dead. So this is the stick. The rose is dead. Why is new plants coming out of there?
No way.
When have you seen that? Because every time I show somebody, they're like,
No way.
That's
never.
correct.
I mean, I've never heard of
Yeah,
it.
no.
Oh my goodness. Or you gotta keep it.
Well, yeah, I kept it. I changed the water and everything. The plants are getting so green and pretty.
No way. You
can't-
have
I
to
don't-
find the picture and post it.
I am gonna post
You
it.
have to.
Yeah, I'm
Because it's
gonna
like a
post it.
message.
Yes. So I sent it to the girl, Jessica, the one that invited me to church.
Nice.
And she said it has a spiritual significance, renewal and rebirth. I believe the cycle that the rose is going through teaches that death is necessary to make way for new growth. So it should be a beautiful sign.
Yes.
When have you seen that?
Amen. Yep.
And the very first time that happened, I knew I wanted change, but I constantly kept going back to those places that I had no business in.
Right.
And I cut the death part, and the whole thing died. So this time I was like, I'm not going to do that, and it's growing. Like Las Plantas, so pretty. I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna send you the video.
Post
It's crazy
it because it just shows.
Yeah.
You know, there is rebirth somewhere
Yeah.
within that flower, and it happens to, I feel, all of us. All of us.
Yes. And then on my way here, besides FYI, a bird
Girl,
pooped on my hair.
girl. Eso es buena suerte. Eso es buena suerte. O sea, por algo estamos aquí.
Right? And then I'm on my way, and there's like a little bit of traffic, and there's a truck in front of me. And his license plate is tenía 0414, and something told me to Google it as an angel number.
Uh-huh.
Why does it say divine support and new beginnings?
No way. You believe in that too? I believe in that too.
Yes.
I'm all about angels and numbers.
Yes.
And I feel, and I used to talk to the angels too. Like, I used to like write to them and invite them to my house.
Yeah,
So.
I invite them as well.
I know, that's so crazy. A lot of people don't do
believe
that.
in
And
that.
don't believe in that.
Yes, that's
Wow,
where
that's
I come from.
good.
Like, even though
Yes.
I do believe that the Lord has spoke to me and He's bringing me with Him, I also believe in other things like my spirit
Oh,
guides, my angels, my
absolutely.
ancestors, and
Absolutely.
I know churches don't think that's okay, but I think
That's
that's
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
my thing.
Absolutely. And you have to keep with it because that's also your belief.
Right.
Like like I say, church is a very huge thing. It's very, I mean, I don't even want, and I'm not even going to say that because, people get offended, but I feel like it's not about church. It's not about the building of church.
It's about the faith,
It's about
the
the
energy.
faith. Yes.
Like that energy
Yes.
on Tuesday, I love it.
Yes, and you loved it, and you're all for it. But still, you could talk to angels.
Yeah.
You could still talk to your spiritual
Right.
guides. Like, I get a lot of messages through my dreams.
Yeah.
Even when my son passed away, I knew that he was gonna pass away like 2 weeks
Really?
before. Yes, I had a dream.
Maybe you have a gift.
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah,
I
because
actually
that has
do.
happened to me.
Yes, I think I do. And like when people have those kinds of gifts, they meet others that might have the same, and they click.
Yes.
Like,
ever since I opened my business, like 9 out of 10 of my clients, they're into spirituality. The same things.
I
Like
remember because I remember when I met you. Yes, I remember that we spoke about the crystals, and I remember that we were talking about like dreams and stuff, and that how you were feeling some type of way, and I was like, wow, like it's so hard to meet people like that.
Yeah.
But it's
chakras and all that. Law of attraction.
Yes, and people don't how could I say, like, we usually don't meet people like that, and there's a reason why we meet each other.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
Because,
no, I
not a lot of
believe
people
that.
have that. So
Before my shop, I didn't know people like that.
Yes.
And then most of my clients are like that.
wow, yes, I
Uh-huh.
remember, because I remember when I met you and you had your crystals, and I was like, girl, I follow crystals too, and like, oh my gosh, I get dreams, and like I talk, like I get visions, and
Yeah.
and like people are like, I get like feelings too. Like once I'm like, sometimes if I meet someone, I could tell like,
Yeah.
what is it gonna be like.
Oh my God, me too.
Oh my gosh. Girl, we need our own podcast.
I know.
All about spiritual stuff and astrology.
Hey, you know what? Next podcast can be about that.
Yes. And everything about you. Oh my goodness, girl, I have so many stories. Oh my gosh.
Me too.
Mhm.
What message of hope will you like what message of hope do you want to I can't see, my bad, you guys. What message of hope do you want to leave with our listeners?
Message of hope. Oh my gosh, you can achieve everything you want and you dream of, but you do have to be disciplined. You have to have love. You have to have heart. You have to be empathetic, and you have to give it all and try. So I'm
Right.
very hopeful for life. I'm very hopeful for businesses. I'm hopeful to share with others. I feel like part of the hope is also for others to succeed, right? Because I feel like in this kind of culture, even as women, we kind of bring each other down all the time.
Yeah,
We're
try to
like, we don't like support.
compete,
Yeah,
and
we're
then,
like always
yeah.
competing, or like, oh my gosh, she's so ugly, and like I don't want to go. But like we're always competing with each other, and I really hope that we could empower each other as women, as like small businesses, as big businesses. Because I even tell my customers, like I have a lot of customers that do like, there's construction workers, they have their own business as well. So we always try to like advertise for them. So if I know that, I have one of my customers, they fix their vehicle car, and like they're doing construction and I need somebody to do construction, I always recommend them. So we're always kind of like empowering each other. So
And that's how it's supposed to be.
yes,
Yeah.
and like not
hate.
Yes, not hate, and like not be competing. There's
Right.
like no
They can't compete
competition.
where they don't compare.
Exactly. No, like, but really, because I feel like each one of us bring whatever you can to your own table.
Right. And each one of us are different. Like,
Yes.
have you seen that meme or post? It says, you can be anything in this world but me. Obviously, anybody, obviously.
I mean,
Hello.
Right.
Everybody has their own uniqueness.
Yes.
Everybody has their own character, their own personal growth, their own challenges,
Yes.
their own everything.
Yes.
And it's up to you to manage who you're going to become.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I don't believe in competition. Now, there is a lot of people out there like that. But if I can help you grow, I will.
Amen. Yep.
And
Yep.
I love whenever random people out of nowhere, they just, or people that I know as well, they share my post like, oh, she didn't, it don't cost, to show me some love like that. And I was not expecting it. I had never went out my way and be like, hey, can you share my post?
Right.
So many people have shown me love. So that right there, and they tell me you inspire me and you this and that, and I'm just like, oh, so that means I'm doing something right. So I try to show love back.
Yes. And that, I mean, that's pretty much what you could do to others, because actually it projects who you are.
Right.
So once you're like, I don't really have competition, and I really hope for everyone to succeed, and everyone to do well, because it's like a chain. It's like a chain reaction. Like if you do great, wow, great. Like, maybe next year you could do something together with me, or, maybe you could recommend someone, or maybe you could say, hey, we have a little space for you here. It's like, it's all about being empathetic and being resilient too. Because in this world, you just have to be so resilient.
Yes.
And kind of deal with everything that life throws.
Yeah.
But I mean, love and hope is there.
No, I agree on that.
Yes, ma'am.
How did your personal experiences shape the way you are today, or the way you run your business today? Sorry, I need my glasses.
Okay. I am actually more professional, but you know what? I actually feel that I have boundaries. So before our daughter's hospitalization with her heart, we would work up until 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like we would have like customers come in. Oh, you could come in at 10. You could come in at 9. You could really we could deliver vehicles at 11 o'clock at night. Like whatever the customer wanted in order to cater to that business, we did. But now I find that I have more boundaries. So now I even tell myself I cannot work past 7 o'clock.
Right.
Because at 7 o'clock, my daughter has a tournament and I want to be present.
Right.
Or I have to go back home and put the little one to sleep because she goes to sleep at 6.
Yeah.
So I want to be there. I want to have boundaries that have shaped in a more professional way, because they have to understand, customers are customers and they're people.
Right.
They're people that have lives just like us. They might have a business, they might have families, they have kids, they have, spouses, they have girlfriends, they have friends. So they also kind of have to respect that, boundaries, that has actually shaped me. And knowing that it is a family business, knowing that we have to put 100% in it, but really that's a step to making your family succeed.
Right.
But it's not everything, right?
Yeah.
We are so grateful for our customers and everyone that comes forward, but there is a boundary.
Right.
Like my life is actually more important because of my family.
Right.
And my business is my business because it's bringing me food.
Yeah.
But there has to be a boundary.
Right.
So that has actually shaped me.
I like that.
Yes.
I feel like I was lacking a lot on boundaries.
Yes.
Getting better.
You have to.
Yeah, I'm getting better little by little.
Yeah, and you have to. You have to know how to say no.
Yeah.
Period.
Yes. Well, we have 5 minutes. Where can they find you guys?
So you can find us in Dallas. Our address is 11308 Emerald Street, Dallas, Texas 75229. We have a beautiful facility that you could come and check out. We highly recommend for the customers to come and bring in their vehicle because we could write estimates. I'm actually an adjuster, so I do all the estimates myself. And we deal with all the insurances, so you could come by. If you have a collision, if you have hail, we're there. We're in. We also have an Instagram page. It is DFW Hail Response. I have my own page. It's Caro MX that you could share if you want. And we are on TikTok. Actually, we found so many TikTok, now generation, whatever it is that they use TikTok. We also have a TikTok page. So you can find us there, DFW Hail Response. So find us, call us, refer us. We also pay referrals so we can make some money together. So please reach out.
Nice. Okay, one more thing and then we're done.
Yeah.
If your children could hear one message from you today, what would you want them to know?
I want them to be happy. I want them to live life to the fullest. I want them to not worry about what they think I'm going to think. I just want them to be successful in doing what they love. I want them to be who they are, to be free, and whatever success means to them, I want them to do. I want them to be better than me. They're two, they're three beautiful women. So they're 23, 15, and 4. But I don't want them to be me. I want them to be their own. And I am 100% sure that they'll succeed with whatever they do in life. But I want them to be happy. It's all about happy and just being full of life and love. Live. Please live.
Yeah.
It's so short. Life is so short.
It's gonna make me tear up.
Yes.
That's so cute.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Well, thank you for watching, you guys. And next Thursday, I will have another special guest. She actually has her own book and she writes poetry and open mic.
Wow.
So y'all stay tuned at 6 p.m. next Thursday.
We're gonna be watching too.
Yay. Thank
you. Thank you so much. Yay. Yeah, girl, we have to do another one about spirituality. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I love crystals and I love all that stuff.
I'm so down. I'm going to make a video.
And incense.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I do all about the incense. And we look good in camera too.
You think you can talk sense to me, like we are gonna be okay. We're not okay. So is this gonna take all